Hello everyone and welcome back to some more SpinTires. As you can see, we've got a different map, and today it's the DCMT Raceway by Dr. Gon's 01489, and we're going to give it a little try, and we're going to take some of the trusty vehicles that we've seen in some of the last episodes. And I've got a new Hummer H1, of course made by Spun in Darkness, because he is absolutely amazing. So we're going to give all of his mods a try, and we're going to give each one of these a few laps around the course just to see how to handle it. And as you can see, I've gone for quite a range of vehicles just to see what they're going to do, and I've already upgraded this one so we can get right away, and I think we'll leave the cars in auto and just give them a drive around the course just to see what they're like. So this map, actually I should pause and just show you it. It is what it says on the tin. It's a raceway, so you've got your course going this way, anti-clockwise, around, and then there's one garage. There's no lumber. There is an objective, but I think that is it has to be there for the map, even though there's no lumber or anything. So you can't complete the map or anything, so you can just, the only thing you can do is drive around, which is what we're going to do. We're just going to see the course, put the cars to the test, and see how they handle. So I mean, straight away you can see that it is a sort of a raceway. You know, it's nice and wide, and the corners are nice and big, and there's quite a few lumps. So it's like, you know, it's like an off-road race course. So it's going to have a jump like that, and straight away I'm picking up damage, and the author did say that you might want to disable damage with some mods, but I thought, oh well, you know, we'll chuck the cars around and see how they handle with damage, and see how they get on and if they can survive the test. And so far the Wagoneer is doing very well as we get some air over that jump. And a little bit more air here, can we? No, not quite. We weren't going fast enough. But we are in 5th gear. No, 4th, 3rd. Oh, I sort of lost the tail there and just lost the power then. That would have been a really nice jump if we'd have kept all the speed. But oh well. Oh, big nosedive. I'm surprised we didn't take any damage then. But no, like I've said before in episodes before, this is a very good truck. Although it did just struggle on that hill. It was a tiny hill. I don't know why it struggled. But it is a very good mod, and it looks very good. And oh, that's a very bumpy section. I think we should have gone right there over those big tables. But I thought, you know, we'll take the left. Like a silly idiot I am. I think in hindsight it was better to go right, so next time round we'll go right, because it looked much smoother than the left, which is the way I went. Oh, can it make it over the hill? It seems to slow down a lot on the hills. You know, when it's on the flat, it'll bomb around in 4th or 5th gears, but as soon as it gets to the hill, it just slows down a little too much. It loses all of its momentum, and just straight away just loses it all. But you know, oh well. It's still a very good mod, and it does look very realistic. And look at that suspension travel just over the bumps. It's really working its socks off. As we get a big nosedive over a bounce there, and we're stuck on the outside of this corner thanks to that big thing in the middle. We're going left this time. I think left looks better than going right, so we might have made a good idea there. So clearly that's something this vehicle struggles with, is if you go over a bump you are going to get very big nosedives like this. See, just a big nosedive, and it just slows the car down. It loses all of its momentum, and it doesn't like going over these bumps very much. Look at the guy inside, bash against the steering wheel. Oh, poor thing, he's probably got concussion now. He just had his head bashed into the steering wheel 20 times. I think he can't even remember who he is. Who are you, mate? I haven't even got a name for this guy. What should I call him? I need a name. Philip. Philip. Philip the Jeep driver. Yeah, Philip. So there we are. You are Philip. If you forgot your name because of your concussion, you are Philip. Come on, Philip, get your foot down. And that is one lap. I think I will just go in for a quick pit stop, get some fuel. There we go. Oh, hang on. Did I have? Oh, I can add litres to the spare wheel. Okay, that's weird. Well, I'm going to take a shortcut over here. That's the objective. Okay, that's one lap. Maybe in the future I could run an episode where all the new mods I have, I bring them to this track and we just do a time trials sort of thing, and we see how fast we can get them going around the tracks, and then we can have a bit of a leaderboard. I think that will be quite interesting. That'd be a good investigation to do as we come down there and get a lot of damage. But where was it? It was somewhere here on the last lap where we went the wrong way. Or was it quite a while away? I can't remember. But yeah, I think it would be very interesting to do some speed trials and see what goes round the lap in the fastest way. That should be good fun, and hopefully I can do that in the future. But I think let's try another vehicle. I think so. What shall we change to? The Hummer? I think we'll change to the Hummer H1. Now this hasn't got any upgrades, so we don't need to worry about faffing around with it. But we'll take it for a spin and see how it does for a lap. Straight away, it's not very quick. It's about as quick as the Wagoneer, I think. Let's see how it handles this hill. This is where the Wagoneer slowed right down, and no, it's done a bit better than the Wagoneer. It's kind of kept its speed. How does it do over these jumps? Yeah, it still nosedives like you'd expect it to. But it's doing okay. It certainly goes up the hills better than the Wagoneer does. That's safe to say. Yeah, I don't think we haven't really reviewed this mod before. This is probably the first time you've seen it, and you know, as you can see, it does look very nice. As always with the spun models, they are very good and very authentic. The suspension looks very nice. Just look at it working there. As I go over the bumps. That's really nice to watch. I really should look where I'm going, but that suspension just looks... Whoa! Big nosedive there. Did it cause any damage? No, not really. No real visual damage. Okay, so we want to go. Oh, we want to go right. We want to go right. There we go. Don't want to go left again, because left takes you down into that big hole there, which we don't want to go down. Over to the right, we can go over this smoother area. There we go. And then next time the road divides, we want to go to the left. The left was better. Go over the little tabletop. There we go. Nice and easy for the Hummer. Oh, don't crash into the tree. Nearly crashed it. Oh, that could have been the end of the Hummer. Right then. Is that indicator flashing? Oh no, the lights are on, it's just the bull bar sort of gets in the way of it. Makes it look like it flashes. My eyes were deceiving me. Yeah, I mean, this mod isn't really having much of a problem around here. I don't think. Yeah, it's doing pretty well. It's certainly going around faster than the Wagoneer, or at least it feels like. And it handles these bumps a bit better, and it goes up the hills a bit better. So, yeah, that's something that we'd find out for sure if we did the lap times, like I said before. So I think maybe I will do that in the future, and you know, just to show you the lights. There you go, because Spun makes those light bars fully light up, and they do look really nice, and they are very good at night. On his other mod, I used them at night, and they really do light up the road. Even though, although most of the time I don't tend to have the headlights on, because it darkens the game and you can't really see as much with the lights on as you can with the lights off. So I tend to leave the lights off, but if I do, those lights there really do light up the road very well. And there we go, that's another lap. So I think we've got enough time to chuck in one more truck, I think. And I think I'm going to take the flat fender for a little drive around. So pop a spare tyres on, just to make it look good and authentic. Oh, need to get round the Wagoneer. And I think we'll take a shortcut. Over you go. Now, straight away, the flat fender does feel a hell of a lot slower. Straight away, you can see it's definitely not as fast. And I think the YJ flat fender was made for crawling and cruising. It's definitely not made for doing hot laps around a raceway, as you can see. And I feel like this is going to be pretty boring. So yeah, I think that's fairly conclusive. That guy's, he's pretty slow, and he's not going to be very interesting to watch. So let's take the camel for a trip. Let's take the trailer on that. That should be some good fun watching that boing around behind. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, this feels a lot faster than the flat fender, certainly. Hey, we're off. So I've shown you this camel in an episode before when we took it around the death roads, and it did very well. You can basically throw anything at this Land Rover, and it's very good, and I like it a lot. But I haven't tested it out on the raceway, and I don't really know what its top speed is like. So give it a go, throw it around the course, and straight away I can see that it is a lot slower than the Wagoneer, and it's a lot slower than the Hummer, but it's a bit faster than the flat fender, and it's doing okay. It's not amazing, you know, it's holding its own. It's dealing with these bumps very well, probably because it's going quite slow. But this vehicle wasn't really built for doing speedruns. That I know. It's more built for exploration and just, you know, crawling through tracks, very narrow, muddy tracks through forests. So of course it's not going to be quick. Otherwise, it would get itself broken, wouldn't it? So you know, it's been made to be slow, that it can crawl up very steep faces, which I doubt the H1 can do, because it did bog out on the hills a little bit. Yes, the Wagoneer did slow down on the hills, but that was in 5th, 4th and 3rd gear, which are like, you know, they're long ratios, and Spun's gearboxes are very much made for 1st and 2nd being crawling gears, and 3rd, 4th, 5th being open road gears. So that's why it was bogging down on the hills a little bit, I think, because just the engine couldn't keep up with the gradient of the hills. So the gearbox was just changing down just so that it could crawl up and keep going and unfortunately it lost its speed because of that. But the Land Rover, over everything in fifth, easy peasy. It's like these hills aren't even here. It's like this is some sort of piece of flat road, and it's going. It's not going to stop. It just went across those like they weren't even there, and that is impressive. Because the Wagoneer had a few problems, bumps over there. The Hummer bogged down a little, and well, the flat fender didn't even get that far because it was too slow. So, you know, this Landy's doing very well. I mean, look at this now. This the very little cheeky bit where the road goes from being very wide to very narrow, and a few trees there. It's almost like they want people to crash into those trees as they come around that corner. You know, if you're coming around there 2 or 3 cars wide, certainly the inside car is going through those trees and probably into one. So, you know, that's an interesting little feature that Dr. Gons has put in. So very well done. He's clearly put a lot of thought into this map and spent a lot of time making it look nice. I mean, look at all these rocks. I'll tell you what, this map wouldn't look the same with those rocks. They really are the icing on the cake. So well done. He clearly likes his rocks, and I think the rocks have made it look very nice. Now I think this time, we're going to take the right track, because Land Rover is so good at getting over the lumps and bumps. I think it will deal very well over the right side of this track. And yeah, we'll give it a go, see how it does. Now it's going to be a big nosedive. Oh, there we go. No, it's made it over fine. That lump wasn't even there. Look at that. See? Straight. That is just astounding. Those bumps, nope, not there. See ya. Driving straight over. We'll go over the left ones, because the left one's a little more lumpy. Look at that, see? Yeah, what bumps? What bumps? Just see you later. Over, easy peasy, not a knock of damage. Look at it go. And that was the problem with all the other trucks. You'd come around a corner, or you'd go over one of these bumps, and it would just catch something, or the suspension travel would just end, and you know, it'd crash and just put some damage on. But the Land Rover, over anything, lumps, bumps, big drops, and I haven't seen it get one single bit of damage yet. And that is actually pretty good going. You know, because when you're exploring and you're driving through the forest, you don't exactly want your vehicles to be, you know, just braking as they go over lumps and bumps. And that is very inconvenient, and you don't really want to be spending all those repair points that you're carrying on your roof just fixing little bits of damage that you get from just driving around. Really, you sort of want to keep them just in case, like, you roll or you fall off a cliff. But there we go. That's another lap completed, and unfortunately we've got to come to the end of the episode, even though now I'm filling the truck up with petrol and fuel and bring it to the repair garage, even though it didn't even need repairs, because it didn't even pick anything up on that lap. But unfortunately, yes, like I said, we've got to come to the episode. As you can see, it's a very nice map, the DCMT Raceway, made by Dr. Gons 01489, and the spun vehicles have done pretty well. I'd say the Wagoneer was probably overall the fastest, followed by the Hummer, and then the Land Rover and the YJ flat fender. But the Land Rover didn't get a single bit of damage, and the Wagoneer tend to go over the bumps a little bit better than the Hummer did, but the Hummer went up the hills a little bit better. So, you know, every vehicle has their strengths and weaknesses on their track, and that's the signs of a good track. And you know, it's something different, it's something interesting. So I'd certainly say download the map, get some of these vehicles off the workshop, chuck them in, get playing, get experimenting, have a little go, have a little bit of a play, and you know, just have a bit of fun. But thank you so much for watching. If you like the episode, press the like, and if you haven't done already, please press the subscribe button. And once again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.